Hey guys, welcome to my latest Vlogmas entry. Thank you so much for dropping by. Now I'm going to go straight towards what I've put as the title, Am I Having a Midlife Crisis? I should caveat that with, I desperately hope that I'm not, because that's going to suggest that I'm not actually going to live very long. The main thing that's triggered this is my birthday in a couple of days time, and I'll be turning the grand old age of 36. I know, looking at me now, you'd say he's never 36. Probably because I look older than 36. But I've never really been a person who's all that bothered about, you know, the aging process. I've had grey hair since I was about 18. It's never really bothered me. I was never really going to dye my hair in the long term because it's a waste of time, and let's be honest, if people know you have grey hair, why should you bother dyeing it? As I've got older, my hair's longer now than it has been before, and it's a lot more evident that the grey hair's there. And again, it doesn't really bother me that much. But now I have to get my hair cut that much more regularly because you don't want your hair to look messy and be grey. And I'm kind of stuck in this halfway house. Not really gone grey, it's no longer brown. Same thing when I shave. Used to be able to get away with maybe 2 or 3 days without having a shave, no big deal. Now if I give it 2 days, goes all grey around here, makes me look like a kind of oncoming Santa. Appropriate for this time of year, of course, not so great when you're going on holiday in the middle of summer. What kind of led me to a lot of this was today. I've used moisturiser for a reasonable amount of time, just a regular L'Oreal Men's Expert moisturiser. It was the same product, the same brand as the face wash that I used, and I figured that much rather than having a tight, horrible, dry face, I should use some form of moisturiser. But if I'm brutally honest, that's the only reason I was using it. I didn't want to walk around with a tight-skinned face. Now obviously there are products out there that are geared towards doing things to your face, rejuvenating your face, eliminating aging, getting rid of wrinkles, putting a shine, reducing a shine, all that sort of stuff. Meant nothing to me, kind of still does to be honest. But I sought some assistance from a couple of guys on Twitter. I want to say excellent thank you to all of those who did come back to me. I'll drop a little note in the description about all the guys who dropped some comments on, because it's very much appreciated. And today I've been out and then ventured out into the marketplace and I've picked up some new moisturiser product. It's cost a lot more than my previous one, so I was a little bit dubious. The L'Oreal Men's Expert used to cost about £6, I think, or something like that. This one that I bought today came in a pack that, had it not been 20% off in House of Fraser, would have been £46.50. The moisturiser that comes inside is the Age Defender moisturiser for firming, lifting and anti-wrinkle treatment for men. Now, again, I am opening myself up to jokes here, of course, especially from friends of mine who may be watching this. I'm not trying to stop the aging process, I'm just trying to take better care of myself. I have wrinkles, I'm guessing they're not going anywhere, but I'm getting older and that can't really be stopped. But as I've started training, for example, I'm looking after my body by drinking more water, something I've never done before. As I got older, I started eating more vegetables. Was never a fan of vegetables, right into my late 20s. Didn't really like vegetables, don't really like them now, but you kind of got to eat that stuff. I tend to look after my insides, perhaps a lot more than look after my outsides. So I really wanted to put a bit of an effort in to kind of give my skin half a chance, you know, maybe to give it a chance so that in 5 years from now or 10 years from now, if I was so fortunate, I wouldn't look that much older than what I do right now. Let's be honest, I don't get asked for ID very often. I clearly know that I look older than 18, and in most instances 25, and I think that's probably going to continue for a while to come. It's fine, I'm comfortable with it, but I think I'm at the point in life where I need to make sure that I'm looking after myself. This is an investment. Especially given that the particular moisturiser that's in here that was recommended to me retails at around about £30-ish, £30 to £40 I think it actually was. I think it might, yeah, it was late 30s anyway. This particular pack was £46.50, but had 20% off, bringing it into around about £37, which made it not much more than the actual moisturiser, and it comes with a hand moisturiser, a shower gel, and something called a power serum, which I've been reliably informed is something you put on after washing your face, but before your moisturiser. And again, to help you get rid of the wrinkles, tidy yourself up, rejuvenate your skin a little bit. The nice person behind the counter also gave me some eye repair and some facial fuel, no doubt because I will then use those and be convinced I need to buy them in order to keep my skin looking healthy, and undoubtedly I probably will, because I want to make my skin look healthier, and I want to make sure that I'm not trying to look younger, I'm just trying to not look older. That's going to come to the best of us, you know, as the brown hairs that I do have left slowly turn into grey, and I have a complete head of grey hair, undoubtedly I'm going to look older than I do right now. But in the meantime, I'll do what I can with everywhere else to make sure that I can try and stay that little bit younger looking. Even if it meant that on Tuesday when I turn 36, people still think I look 35. I'll take it. Clearly, I'm doing a good job if that is the case. I would be really interested to know your thoughts on this, and again, not so much from any friends of mine that might be watching this, because I'm guessing that I'm opening myself up for a raft of jokes, and that's fine, bring it on. But for anybody else who has a serious comment they want to make with regards to what they feel about health and beauty, specifically in men, I know there's a couple of guys, like I spoke about earlier, they have lifestyle blogs and they talk about this sort of thing. They've got into this area somehow. Is it because it was an interest to them? Is it because they felt they should be looking after their skin? You know, were they being proactive? Were they being reactive? I think with me, perhaps it's a touch more reactive than proactive, but hopefully by reacting now, I'm being proactive for the future years. This feels like an investment in me to give myself a chance to stay healthy. So like I said, if you've got any comments whatsoever, if you're a male, you know, what sort of products have you been using? Moisturizers, eye creams, day stuff, night stuff, face washes, anything like that that keeps you feeling and looking sprightly. Females, even better. If you have any comments on men using this sort of products and whether they should or shouldn't, or what sort of stuff they should use and what you think about it, bring it on. I am sure that by using these products, I am not suddenly going to look a lot of years younger. But if it keeps my skin healthier, and then in turn gives me a half a chance of looking just that little bit less haggard and ragged in the years to come, I'm going to call it a good investment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch another of my Vlogmas videos. Always appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the rest of my Vlogmas series. I really appreciate you viewing. I hope to see you all again soon.